Yo guys, this video is gonna be a little bit different than my usual content, as you can see, because I'll be making a tier list for bodybuilding ideologies. If you're wondering why there are so many pills here, it's because I'm taking the popular idea of pills, dating pills and stuff like that. But I'm gonna apply it in bodybuilding terms, because this is a bodybuilding channel, and I don't have any script or anything like that. I'm just gonna freeball it and give you some value. Okay. Starting off, we got a black pill. If you don't know, this is basically a very nihilistic way of thinking. People thinking that nothing they can do can change their situation and that it's over. And in a bodybuilding perspective, this would be someone who says, oh, I can't get 3D delts, no matter what I do. Or naturals can't be big and lean. Or they would bash someone for trying to improve their situation, saying that applying a little cue of posing on your overhead press won't do anything in the long run. And that it doesn't matter anymore and your shoulders are gonna be small. Unless you do steroids. A very bad pill, and this pill usually comes from people who don't even work out really. They're just there in the comment section typing, spreading the hate. Usually people who plateaued within a year of training and said, well, that's it, that's my natural limit. And now they resort to telling people that they cope for trying to do better, while they sit inside and do nothing. So overall, obviously a very bad pill. You shouldn't take this one. But it does have some truths. It's not all bad. It's true that you'll never look like Ronnie Coleman. But do you really want to do that? You can become way better. Just because you can't look like Ronnie Coleman, that doesn't mean that you can't become way better. I'm putting this one in the bad pill category. The reason why it's not in the trash pill is because it does have some truths. You'll never get as big as a steroid user or anything like that. But that doesn't mean that you can improve. And the next pill, which is the red pill, does just that. It's the ideology that, okay, you figure out that you're not good enough, but you can improve. And it is the belief that creating the perfect workout routine for you, the perfect diet for you, will get you the best physique for you. So overall, this pill promotes greatness and improvement, which is far better than the black pill, which promotes giving up. So I'll put this one in the great pill category. The next pill is the blue pill. Now this pill promotes that lifting is all sunshine and rainbows. That you just gotta lift and you'll be good. That you don't have to overcomplicate things. And you should just go there for the fun of it. The people who are usually blue-pilled are the ones who say, I don't count the reps, I make the reps count, or start counting the reps when it hurts, or don't have an answer when you ask them what's your workout routine, or they're overall just kind of dumb about lifting. They don't know much about it. They got some exercise that they don't know why they do them, but they just do, with a random rep range and a random weight. But they do believe that that's all you need for growing, which obviously is false. This again is a very bad pill. This is more of a wasting time thing. You're just going to the gym to waste time because you're not progressing at all. At least you're still lifting, unlike the black pill, but you're not really going anywhere with your lifting. Actually, it might be worse than a black pill because you're in the gym just wasting time. You're wasting your time and you're wasting people's time if they have to wait for you to finish your sets. Those are the people who just pick up the 20-pound dumbbells and curl them for an eternity. And they do that all their life. They don't think about progressing or anything. They just like staying there. And as a result, they never get big and never look like they lived. If you just go to the gym and do nothing, what's really the point of it? This, however, is a little bit better than a black pill. It's still a very bad pill, but I'll put it at the top of bad pills. Because at least you're still going to the gym. Even though you're wasting your time, at least you do something you enjoy. And you might still get some benefits from going to the gym, even though you'll not build any muscle. Now the next one is the purple pill. This is basically a combination of red pill and blue pill. So you understood the idea that you need to improve your workout routine and your diet and your sleep in order to grow. And you understood that by having more knowledge, you'll get better. But at the same time, this is still your hobby. Lifting is for fun. Not everything is about being perfect. You eat pizza sometimes, you go out sometimes. You're not a professional bodybuilder and lifting is not your full-time job. And obsessing over the small details won't even matter in the long run. People who take this pill have a great workout routine. But some exercises are there more or less for the fun of it. Maybe maxing out on pull-ups every week is not a great idea for hypertrophy. But you have fun doing it. And the rest of your program is pretty much flawless. So why not do it if you enjoy it? You won't sacrifice that much. And at the end of the day, you're on a good path to getting a great physique if you don't already have one, because you have such a great workout routine. Because you understand that knowledge is key in bodybuilding. So this one would be like a red pill, but a little bit less rigid, which is great. For me, I'll put it higher than the red pill, just because it aligns with my goals better. You might want to have the absolute perfect physique that you can have, but overall in the long run, the purple pill will always be better. Unless you're trying to become the best and compete. And with that said, I'll get into the next pill, which is not really a pill, because I couldn't find a pill about this, but this is steroids. And some steroid users are black pillers who say that they can't get big naturally, so they have to take steroids. And those people are usually the ones who've only trained for like a year and hit a small plateau, and for that, that's their natural limit. So they resorted to steroids. Those ones are hidden because you don't even know that they take steroids. They're just trash lifters who took steroids and now they look like good lifters. And those people are the worst. That would be a trash pill for them because they're the combination of black pillars who took drugs. But they would have looked like that anyways if only they took the purple pill or the red pill. But they took the easy way out because they're black pillars and chose steroids. And now they look like a natural lifter who's been training for 3 or 4 years. But in reality, they're not natural at all, juiced up. But that's the first type of steroid users. That would be in the trash pill category. However, there's a second type of steroid users. The ones who compete and want to get to the top, like Ronnie Coleman over here, or think Arnold or C-Bum, people like that. Those people understood that they want to make their lifting their career, so they fully devoted to it. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, it's up to you to decide. But the thing is, that's what they want to do. They don't promote steroids, they just want to become the best. And they understood that being natural doesn't cut it, because natural competitions are a joke. So they try to become the best of the best, which is not a bad thing. But I can't say that I recommend this pill, obviously. This is not something I would do because I want to live to be older than 40. But at its core, it's not a very bad pill. It's basically just like any other sport. And if you want to become the next C-Bum, I can't stop you. But just know that that's at your own risk. Just because I can't recommend it, I'm gonna put it in bad pill. It's not the worst of the worst, but it's still bad. I do, however, have a lot of respect for those people who are at the top. I don't respect the steroid users that take steroids for nothing. But if you're at the top, I guess that's fine. But like I said, I can't recommend it. Now we have the cyborg pill. Not to be confused with a science-based pill. This is more the form maniac. So the person who is extra careful of their form. They have a very slow tempo, and they don't seem like they train all that hard. This person values form more than anything in lifting, which form is important but not at the expense of training hard. And there is value in cheating and partials if done correctly. Will you get decent gains from having a cyborg form? Yes. But will you get your best gains? No. It's not bad to start off with cyborg form, but if everything has a 5-second negative and you just feel like a robot, you feel like you're stuck doing exercises, that's how you know the cyborg form is not for you. And plus it's not fun at all, having to constantly count down the seconds of your exercise and not even focusing on the exercise but the seconds of the negative and things like that. It's a very robotic way of approaching lifting like the name implies. I'm not saying that being an ego lifter is a good idea, but being a cyborg is not great either. But you will get gains from this. This is not an entirely bad pill. It's a decent pill. It's worse than the red pill or the purple pill. But it's decent. If you really want to take it for some reason, you can, I guess. But you should stop obsessing over tempo and form. They're important, but they're not the end all be all. So for something like squats, yeah, I agree. Using a cyborg form is great for that. But don't use this on everything. Now we have the science-based pill. The only knowledge these people have about lifting is from studies, not from their own experience. If a study says do that, they'll do that. They don't have a mind of their own. They just do what the study says. And those are the optimal lifters who only do iliac pull-downs because pull-ups don't target their lats apparently. Meanwhile, the guy who does bodyweight pull-ups at the park every day has a way bigger back than them. It's not a super bad pill necessarily, because science is the objective truth. But you need to do the things that work for you, and not something that is in a study. Plus, studies do have errors as well, like almost every time people being beginners, and the fact that you can measure how hard they train, their diet. A lot of things can go wrong in studies. Just look at that 152 sets a week study, that the optimal amount of sets per week is 52. Meanwhile, Tom Platz has never gotten that close to that amount of sets per week, yet he still had the biggest legs. Oh, but he was on steroids. I don't care, my point still stands. You don't need 52 sets a week. And science is a good starting point, but you need to develop your own personality regarding lifting. Through experience, not more studies. You can just look at them objectively. You don't have to apply everything that you see. This is a little bit worse than using cyborg form all the time. Because the science-based lifters usually miss the point. They're so focused on the small details and they miss the bigger picture. You don't have to do that weird fly to get a bigger chest. You just gotta increase your bench press. And the final pill is the everything pill. I don't know why it's here, I can move it down, but it's not a trash pill, I'm gonna tell you that much. This is the best pill. This is taking everything from every ideology and mixing it. So understanding that you can get shoulders as big as Ronnie Coleman, and that lifting sometimes is about having fun. And sometimes you don't need to have a reason for why you are doing something. And that studies can be important. If a study says that something that you are doing is bad, they might have a reason for it. You should look into it. Using a cyborg form sometimes is great. like I said, on squats. But using a cyborg form on everything is insane. And you should be wanting to improve every time, to always try to craft your program to become better and get bigger. That's what the everything pill is. It combines everything. Every ideology has its upsides and downsides, and there is something to learn from all of them. If you can look at all the ideologies objectively and pick what resonates to you the most from each of them, that's how you craft the perfect ideology. I hope that makes sense. But now after I finish this tier list, I realized that there are some more ideologies I missed in this video. Let me know if you want a part 2. And if you enjoy this kind of style of videos,